symphonies on the moors of us, on the backs of love, where the shadows fell all by itself. I'm reaching out, oh, I'm reaching for you, where I've held my doubt, oh, I still adore you. Ghost of my heart, ghost of my heart. Do we stay the same when we hesitate? Fall into place or fall away? Wanna hold you up so high above, all that we want but never was. I'm reaching out, oh, I'm reaching for you. I'm here without
Well, good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us here for the Film by Bike Film Festival's ticket launch party. Oh my gosh, we're so excited to have all of you here tonight. You know, we've got a great crowd tuning in, and we know we've got some incredible films that are going to be shown in this year's festival. We also know that some of you have never been to Film by Bike, and some of you have been many times. So, no matter whether this is your first time or you've been coming for years, you're in for quite a treat. That's why we're here tonight. We want to give you a taste of what's to come and let you know a little bit about how all of this came together. Now, I'm Aileen Crotty. I'm the film festival director and founder. We started Film by Bike a long time ago as a way to support our Portland bike community. But here we are in a global realm showing films from all over the world to viewers like you tuning in from all over the world as well. And we couldn't be more thrilled than to be here tonight to tell you a little bit more about the festival and give you a chance to get a glimpse at these films. Now, reminder that the chat window is going on. I love seeing that some of you are bringing up some trivia questions, some questions about Film by Bike, as well as telling us a little bit more about who you are. Where are you tuning in from? What is the place where you love to ride? And of course, the most important question of the night, are you eating popcorn right now, right? So chime in on the chat throughout the course of the night. If you have questions, you can also add them to the chat. We're not going to be able to get to quite all the questions there, but we hope to as best we can. It's going to be a great night tonight. We've got about an hour with you, and special guest at the end of the night, we've got DJ Prashant joining us for a Brungar dance and party. He'll be teaching us all a dance, and then we can all get to dance to it together. DJ Prashant is an amazing DJ based here, usually here in Portland. We had him on the festival stage at the Film by Bike street party many years ago in the parking lot of Velo Cult Bike Shop in the Hollywood district. It was so much fun to have him as the sun set and the lights went down and it got dark, and Prashant really brought the party. And just to see a sea of bike lovers dancing and getting excited on a Friday night, it was amazing. So of course, when we planned tonight's party, we thought, what better way to celebrate the 19th annual Film by Bike than to bring DJ Prashant back to the stage. Turns out Prashant is in Mumbai, so he'll be chiming in from Mumbai tonight. Big ups to Prashant for joining us, and he's got a whole great set for you tonight. Now, he's not in his regular studio tonight, so please forgive the more basic structure that he's got going on in the background, but he's definitely going to bring the party tonight. So we can't wait to have DJ Prashant on. Make sure you stick around throughout the course of the night, because Prashant is going to be our closer and send us out on a good night here on a Thursday night. Again, this chat window is going on. I want to hear from the filmmakers. If you've got a film in this year's festival or a film in previous year's festival, let us know. Also, if you're one of our volunteers, because I do know, I see some of your names over there, some of our volunteers in the chat window as well. We wouldn't be here today if it weren't for all of our incredible volunteers making all this happen. Well, I know for some of you, maybe you're just here for the discount code to get a cheap festival pass. I don't know. I hope you're here for all the fun and entertainment throughout the night. But I want to cut straight to the chase. If you are here just for that discount code, it's live. Not going to say it. Sorry, can't say it, but look down below in the show notes and you will see that discount code for $10 off a festival pass. Festival pass gets you access to all of the events and showtimes throughout the course of the weekend. It's a great way to go. It's a great way to really buy in to everything all festival long. And we may be adding in additional features, and you'll be the first to know, and you'll have access to all of those. The festival pass is already a great discount because it's a nice discount on top of buying individual tickets. But tonight you're going to get an additional $10 off with right down below in the show notes. Check out that discount code and you can use that when you are purchasing your festival pass. You can also purchase individual tickets to any of the events and showtimes, and of course raffle tickets as well. Later on in the show we'll be talking more about the raffle because it's totally different this year. For all those of you who know, about the Film by Bike raffle and what it means to be a part of that incredible winning opportunity, This year it's completely different. So we can't wait to tell you more about that. Stick around for that. Peter Kuntz asked what time it is in Mumbai, and I can't remember, but it's way different. I know we had one of our filmmakers from Pune tune in for last year's festival. He joined us live on the virtual stage, and he didn't care because he's amazing, but he got up at the crack of dawn, and we were just doing our show at night. So I do know that Prashant is going to be waking up his entire household. Thank you, Prashant, and thank you, Prashant's family, for enduring what's about to happen later on in our show. Okay, so without further ado, I want to bring on some super special guests. We've got a great crew here tonight joining me to tell you more about this year's festival. And I'm so excited to have a crew joining me here tonight. Over on the side with the bow tie, we've got Brad Nelson. He's a longtime supporter of Film by Bike and also is our operations director for a lot of our on-site work when we are at a theater event. We've also got Megan Sinnott joining us. She is our cultural advisor and on the Film by Bike board. She helps guide us in the festival and bring creative aspects to the festival every year, and a longtime supporter of the festival. And also Melina Kumis, she's our festival films manager, and she works directly with all of our filmmakers and helps get in these incredible films. So when you see great films at Film by Bike, that is Melina's work. And we're really excited to be talking with you tonight, Melina. We're going to be asking you lots of questions. I know the audience has been so curious how these great films come together. And this year's collection's amazing. So we've got a lot to talk about. So welcome, you guys. How's your night going?
Oh, so good. It's I think it's 7:30 in the morning in Mumbai. So we're gonna Prashant's gonna be getting down at I think 8 a.m. What
Eggs
did she
in Bhangra, right? I don't know what a typical breakfast is in Mumbai, but I bet maybe it's eggs. I don't know. So I'm curious to know from all you guys, what are you most looking forward to at this year's festival?
Oh, go for it, Brad. Let's hear.
Well, I'm really excited this year because this is the first time in at least 10 years, maybe more, that I have seen the least amount of previews for what's being shown. And I think sometimes when you are producing an event, you sometimes see more of it than you can experience. And I'm really looking forward to sitting down, making a lot of popcorn, and watching a lot of this for the first time. And I'm very excited. I can't tell you how just a little bit giddy that makes me to like be seeing things, for the first time.
Yeah, it's funny because I can easily get caught up in the logistics of planning the festival and putting everything together and then forget that, oh, right, these are incredible films. And just as we got the show started tonight and we were watching clips of the movies, Melina put together these great mini trailers that we were watching, and seeing those and the stills from the films, I was like, right. This, oh my gosh, I can't wait to share these with the world. This is an incredible collection of films. We got a question in the chat window about that I don't know which way to point, that bow tie you're wearing, Brad. So I do want to point out that Brad is wearing the signature Film by Bike bow tie. We created this years ago as a custom bow tie with our logo and some icons on there. Really fun collab project. We love projects like this. So Brad, thank you for rocking the Film by Bike bow tie tonight.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I only try to bring it out maybe 2 or 3 times a year, and this past year it didn't get used at all because, well, we know.
Yeah, How about for you, Melina? What are you most looking forward to this year?
Oh, we have so many great films this year. And one of the interesting things from this year too was that a lot of submissions are longer than usual. So there's a lot of more time for a story to develop, I think, as well. But yeah, there's lots in store in terms of great movies. So.
Oh yeah, it is for those of you who have been coming to Film by Bike for years, it is a very different festival this year. And I can't wait to tell you more about that and talk with Melina more about that throughout the course of the night. Stay tuned because between the movies and things we're doing, lots of cool stuff to talk about. So I'm really excited. How about you, Megan? What are you most looking forward to this year?
Oh man, now it's like the suspense. I don't know that I'm even allowed to say what I'm looking forward to because you might be addressing it later. So I don't want to spill the beans. I want to know if like how this pandemic it impacted or influenced the movies. I know maybe that they got longer, sure, but were they more introspective, lonelier films, more solo trips? Just kidding, we already had a lot of those. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm just very curious to see if not all the movies are made the year before, but for the ones that were, I very much look forward to seeing how that influenced the storyline and the feel and the look of these pieces. So,
Well,
yeah.
hey, let's just jump into that then. That's a great question. Melina, do you want to tell us a little bit more about what you saw this year in terms of submissions and how this festival this year kind of rounded out based on what we got in as submissions?
Yeah, for sure. We definitely got a lot of bike packing films in this year. I think, just naturally because folks are trying to venture out more into nature, just to kind of get away from their homes, of course, for a bit. But yeah, so there's a lot of bike packing films. There aren't actually too many pandemic centered films. There's only a couple, surprisingly. But I think most people just kind of wanted to go on like family trips and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I mean, this year was really interesting. It was a very competitive year for films, honestly. I feel like a lot of films, that we got in actually, they might have gotten in previous years, but because we were just so stacked with great films, it was so hard to make those tough decisions on which films to show this year. But yeah, no, in terms of themes, I would definitely say lots of adventures were going on. Just stuff like that.
So, one of the things that Melina came up with for this year that you're going to get to see a little bit more of later and throughout all of our promotions through the season, and if you look through our ticketing online, tickets are available right now on our website, is Melina came up with a concept for a long form program. So, you guys may have caught on to this over the years. That final time slot of the festival that is in Portland at our signature annual festival, that's that Sunday second show. We switch that up every year just because we like to see what comes in for the submissions and what makes sense to show, and what do we have to work with, and what are the emerging themes. And this year it was those long films that Melina was talking about. So she came up with the concept for a long form program. And oh my gosh, we get so caught up in the quick little stuff and the flash and the fast. And long form is a beautiful program where it's not only are the films longer, but we're programming it a little bit longer as well. It's a Sunday night. It starts at 8 p.m. For those of you who don't go to bed super early, it's a great opportunity to just really sink in, celebrate the end of the festival, and just tune into some great stories before you go off into your work week. So, Melina, tell us a little bit about what's in that long form program this year. Just a quick overview.
Yeah, for sure. The long form program this year has 4 super special films in it. I feel like usually films that are 20 to 25 minutes are kind of getting on the longer side for Film by Bike in general in a usual year. But we just had so many amazing films that were kind of pushing that time limit that we're just like, I just like would be so sad to see, these films not get in because they're like longer than usual. So yeah, we have 4 films showing on that Sunday night. They're all very different. Yeah. And I also think they're very different than things that we've shown before. So I'm very excited about this program. I hope people, can tune in to check it out because there's some really powerful films in that one.
So, what is it like when you're working with this community of filmmakers? I should tell the audience we made the switch many years ago. There was a moment where I think it was 2007. We stood at the back of the theater and watched the movies on screen and thought, "Wow, these are fun. These are really fun." And we put a lot of work into the festival, and I just wonder if maybe there's more out there. And that 2007 was a really formative year for us because that is when we dedicated it. We celebrated with a lot of films that year, and we also dedicated ourselves to looking for additional films and hunting harder and looking for more films. And we really wanted to make sure that what we brought to the stage and to the screen was going to be the best of what we had available. And that really wound up turning the festival from a regional, locally based filmmaker base into something way more international. And we've really benefited from the rise in social media and these opportunities to connect with a global bicycle community. So I'm curious to hear from you, Melina, what it's like to work with this broad group of filmmakers from all over the world as you're coordinating getting their films in and letting them know about the festival in the first place and all the details that come into play between there.
Oh, it's lovely. You know, I feel like everyone that I've reached out to in the entire time that I've been with Fun by Bike has been so welcoming and like it's just so eager to like get their work shown and to just be part of a, you know, like just be part of the bike and film communities in general. And yeah, I mean, actually today I just notified all of the filmmakers on their film status, and I've already gotten so many replies that were just like, I'm so excited. You know, I've never been in a festival like ever before, you know, also for some, and it's just so exciting. It's so great to see. And I feel like filmmakers are just always excited to, you know, broaden their audiences and to meet other filmmakers in the process as well. So it's been a great experience.
That's awesome. And I feel like we're really fortunate as a niche film festival. A lot of our filmmakers are also fans of the work that we're doing. And we know that we have filmmakers tuning in, and that's just really neat to see. We're building such an awesome global community, not only of bicycle lovers, but also of bicycle filmmakers, and that's pretty awesome. Tell us a little bit about some of the new features that are in the works for our filmmakers this year.
New features? Like, what do you mean?
So for our filmmakers this year, we're kind of going the extra mile because we know we're learning along the way. We're looking at what other film festivals are doing, and so we're implementing some new features to kind of support the filmmakers throughout the process of the festival.
Yeah. So we decided to actually start a Slack channel for filmmakers to connect with each other, you know, just to talk about each other's films, to congratulate each other, to offer notes. But also we have a filmmaker happy hour as well on Sunday, I believe. I think it's probably the 16th, I want to say. And that would be awesome, you know, just for everyone to, you know, to kind of tune in to offer their support or ask questions of the filmmakers as well. And for the filmmakers to ask questions of us, of course, and to just kind of see each other face to face, I guess, you know.
Yeah,
as much as they can anyway.
We're so excited about that. Like, we've never had that opportunity before where our filmmakers could all see each other or meet each other. The Slack channel is going to be really cool. It's a great opportunity. People are already starting to join in, a chance for our filmmakers to ask questions. So that's going to be great. And, you know, for the folks that are tuning in tonight, we get these great films in because of a lot of hard work and diligence on the part of Melina looking for films. And we're really working to build this global community of bicycle filmmakers to let them know, yes, you have this film that may not have the broadest appeal possible, but we are here for you. Film by Bike is a home for these creative stories about bicycles. We love bicycles and we love the creative aspect of it. And we know that there's more opportunity out there to see more variety and more styles. And, you know, I have a million ideas in my head. I'm sure many of you in the chat window do as well. Like, I always wished I'd see a Film by Bike movie about this or that. And, you know, the stories are endless opportunity. We're always looking to bring you a new collection of films that's greatly different than what we've seen before. And before we jump into talking more with our guests, I thought now might be a good opportunity to show you all a great glimpse at what we have planned for this year's festival. Just a reminder, down there in the show notes, you will see the discount code for a festival pass. You can redeem that up until tomorrow, so that's your opportunity Melina's been hard at work putting together our festival trailer, so thank you, Melina. When you go to our website and look at the ticketing for each program, you'll be able to get a glimpse at that show through what's available in that trailer that Melina put together. And then for tonight, we've put together a great overview. Melina put together a great overview of what's to come at this year's festival. So we're going to jump right into that. Reminder, the chat window is going, so let us know if you have any questions. And thanks so much for being here. We hope you're eating popcorn.
And it was the most fun I think I've ever had in my life. Just going to these places, it wasn't a race, so there wasn't any pressure, but I'd ride all night.
We literally just sold the house and moved onto the bikes full time. We went off the deep end.
At the time, the competitive cycling industry was pretty much all white men, and all the advertisements and all the videos and all the things that were being created. So simply existing as a Black woman in this sport is its own form of advocacy.
Now I need a plan. Of course, the one thing I need in a zombie apocalypse is a bicycle. This should be fine. Time to build.
But I'd like to just point out that since I've retired from flying helicopters, I've not broken any bones on my penny farthing. You could be driving a tank and you don't have much more respect from the other motorists. Everybody gets out of your way because they're frightened you might land on their bonnet.
Being muscular can be so beautiful. The media doesn't really express that range of beautiful.
Kuti 1 hour inafete minutes yatakuseveka mnachifaa cha nchini apo aimata kupeza senzanga ina ndumakambiana nawo massing class kudiki anthawi yokuti ya ma classes iyana.
Until this one day, this guy said to me, What's the best
bike out there?
Because I know what he wanted me to say. He wanted me to say yours. And I just couldn't say it, even though he was paying the shop all this money. And I was such a lippy 22-year-old. I said, the one that's ridden.
When I am the only woman of color, the only Black woman at events, there's a lot of anxiety and like the social part of it. But when we get on bikes, I think a lot of that kind of fades away. It doesn't matter what I look like or who I am. What matters is being connected to the dirt.
But ultimately, if you're going to have a healthy environment, you need healthy people. And to have a healthy people, you need a healthy environment. Mobility justice talks about that, right? You cannot keep on creating and feeding an infrastructure that is so destructive, and expect there to be justice.
Awesome. So as you guys saw, that is a wide variety of films, and throughout those films you guys were seeing us letting you know a little bit more about which of those programs were available. So we have 6 programs throughout the course of the weekend, and each one is really different. You're going to see some stuff on Friday. You're definitely not going to see that same stuff on Saturday. It's a really neat mix, and one of the fun things that came up this year is that our Friday program B is goofy. It's like super funny films. It's a really nice mix. So we're excited to have Friday program B be all about the funny stuff. Each program is really distinct and really different, as you saw in some of those clips that went through. I love that Melina adds that in so you know where that clip is coming from. But really, you can't go wrong. All the film collections are great. And we want to send a special shout out to Northwest Trail Alliance for partnering with us to support our adventure program. Northwest Trail Alliance is the Portland Region Trail Advocacy Organization. Now, they are also the trail stewards regionally, working on Soft Surface Trail Network. Some really, really big stuff. So we can't wait to tell you more about what they've got planned and more about what's to come that they are working on. And we'll have more information about that when they come live. We love talking trails, so good stuff all around. Thank you, Northwest Trail Alliance, for supporting our Adventure Night program. Always one of the most popular programs of Film by Bike, because it's those rugged road adventures, beautiful sweeping landscapes, and all that good stuff. Now, I just want to remind you all that DJ Prashant is coming on at the end of the program. We're super excited to have him coming on to teach us a dance and lead us in a Brungard dance and party to close out tonight's event. We want to thank all of you for being here as well. We've been able to give you a little bit of a glimpse of the films and tell you a little bit more about what's to come this year. We've got some more exciting information to come. I can't wait to tell you guys about the raffle. For those of you who are huge raffle fans, there's some new details to come, and that's going to be really exciting. Total game changer this year. But before we get to that, I want to hear from each of you on what to you, it's different for everyone, but to you, what makes a great filmed by bike film? And I thought maybe we'll start with you, Melina. Like, what do you see more than all of us? You see all these films out there. To you, what really characterizes a film where when you see it, you're like, yes, the audience is going to love this?
Yes, I've seen a lot of bike films, definitely. I don't know. I think it's just, of course visuals are important, but I think it's more of the story for sure. It's always really nice to find a film that kind of showcases a community of cyclists that, maybe aren't seen a lot, or, there's just like not much coverage on them, or, something different that it adds to the cycling dialogue and community is always nice to find. But I think in general, it's just, a solid story, just, trying to convey a different way of life maybe, or a certain struggle that someone is dealing with that relates to their bike or to their commute or just to their life in general. So yeah, it's definitely just characters and story to me.
How about for you, Brad? I know you're a great appreciator of the arts in general. You used to run an art gallery, you've been involved in arts organizations, and you've been involved in Film by Bike for many years. And I always love hearing your perspective and ideas on films. You've come to a lot of our jury screenings, which is that opportunity to review the film submissions. What do you think makes a really great Film by Bike film?
Thank you. Yeah, that creativity, one of the great things about the newer technologies and watching this festival over 12, 14 years now is seeing the quality of the animated films that have come out every year. And, sort of, I don't want to, I mean, they were good, but they were basically a flip book 12 years ago. And now they're really in-depth stories, and they have a lot of personal style to them, and a lot more, I think, showcasing creativity in a way that was less possible many years ago, and stands as a unique inspiration than some of the things that like I'm already excited about. Like I saw some of those mountain views, and of course I'm thinking, ooh, can I ride my bike up that hill? What's on the other side of it? So when I think about what people take creatively, to their filmmaking, I really, it's kind of an under noticed part of the festival, but it's a really great showcase of what filmmakers can do and how they can bring stories to life, and other ways in which live action filmmakers are bringing animation in to support their stories in different ways. I think is really one of the ways in which you see just the level of just joy that people are bringing to what they're making, even if those stories being told are of hardship and triumph, and getting us as the audience towards different places of inspiration.
Well, I love that you bring up animation, because I'm a big fan of animation, as I know Melina is as well. And I know, Melina, you've put a lot of work into getting those animated features in. Last year we had a great collection. This year we have some really, this year we have one that's an adventure bike film that totally slots into that adventure program, but yet it's animation. We had one of those last year too. I love that. And I love that you've been able to bring some of those films to the screen.
Yeah, there's a couple films too that are live action, but they just use, some animated sequences to kind of convey a frame of mind of the cyclist every now and then. So there's some good combos in there in this year's programming.
Yeah, for those of you who have been coming to Film by Bike for years, I just gotta say, I really feel like this year is different in a lot of exciting ways. I don't know if that was because the last year was so weird, or just because of the great work that Melina has done to bring these films to light, but you're really going to be delighted with what we have to show. And I thought I'd also ask, when you have stars over your head, I feel like you have lots of great ideas floating up there. Megan, I'd love to hear from you as well, as someone who's been coming to Film by Bike since our very first years, the early days anyway. What do you think really, for you personally, because everybody has a different opinion, but for you personally, what makes a great Film by Bike film?
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to let Brad win on the halo over the head competition. Dang it. So for me, I really think that throughout the years, no matter the film quality, people's ability for acting or inability, etc., it's really about the passion that's put into the piece, and the individual's celebration and appreciation, and real honor towards the bicycle as a tool for revolution. And it can be, discovering, the travel films are about, discovering, a little bit about yourself and the world. Okay, fine. What a great tool for that. But I really love the people who find that a bicycle can bring community together in their own town, can bring a father and a daughter together. It's understanding that a bicycle can make an organization thrive as a tool of equality. It's just, I think when you see the bicycle in these films as the the magic, I think that's when I really appreciate the films, whether it's whether it's animation or live film or whatever. The passion around the bicycle.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. I also want to highlight that Michael in the chat window said that he was chatting with his daughter earlier today, and he said that Film by Bike is one of his highlights of the year. And then he asked his daughter, what does that say about me? And she responded that that's all anyone really needs to know about you. That's all anyone needs to know about you. You're a big fan of Film by Bike. Says a lot. I know we have Mary Nichols in the chat. Mary, thank you so much for being here. Mary holds the distinct honor of being Film by Bike's biggest fan. It's a really big title. She was awarded this years ago through all of her actions in support of the festival and also self-proclaiming it. So Mary Nichols, great to see you there as well. If you guys are tuning in tonight, we hope you will use the chat window. We've got a little bit more to come tonight. The night is not yet over. We've got DJ Prashant waiting over there. He's like over there, but he's in Mumbai. He's over there in the wings in the green room waiting to come on live. We've got a lot more to get to tonight. But before we get to that, I want to remind everyone that if you're here for the discount code, you can find that down below. And that is in the show notes. That's a great opportunity to save on a festival pass, which is already discounted. Festival pass, when you purchase that access, that gives you access to all events and showtimes throughout the course of the festival. It's a great way to really buy in and go all in and be able to watch everything. You can watch live, which is what we recommend because it's an experience much like this, or you can watch later. So that's the great thing about Film by Bike. And in fact, if you're tuning in tonight and you missed something, you can always rewind and watch later as well. That's the beauty of the YouTube that we've got going on for all of our programs. So we love this YouTube live streaming for that reason. For all of our events and showtimes throughout the course of the festival, there will be this chat window as well. So you'll have that same opportunity. And every once in a while during the programs, we do chime in and offer you some background information about the films that are in the festival as well. And we think that's a really fun aspect. Now, I know we have some die-hard raffle fans in the audience. If you have ever entered the Film by Bike raffle and you have what we call one big, we want to hear from you. Tune in on the chat, chime in on the chat. Let us know if you've ever won big in the raffle. The Film by Bike speed raffle is notorious. It's part of our intermission on Friday night, historically, on Friday night at the theater. Big ups to Megan Sinnott, who's here tonight. She really was instrumental in shaping our raffle program over the years and making sure that people could enter and win amazing prizes and that we would have some good fun and flair on stage as we gave out those raffle prizes. And now we're kind of known as an entity that helps other organizations plan their raffles because ours is fun. Okay, so typically the Film by Bike raffle has been on Friday night in the theater on stage at intermission. But big news is that this year we're doing the raffle at every single showtime. So it doesn't matter if you tune in on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Each day there are 2 programs. We're going to have the raffle going at each showtime. We're really excited about this. A big shout out to Mary Mueller, our festival assistant, who has already acquired some amazing raffle prizes and came up with this concept to do the raffle at every showtime. You know, we know the world has been hard lately, and we know that being in the virtual realm is exciting for everyone who doesn't live in the Portland region. But for those of you who are local and used to going and joining us at the beautiful, historic Hollywood Theater and having the raffle on Friday night, it's going to be a little bit different this year. And so that's why we decided to do the raffle at every showtime. And we're really excited to have some great prizes in the mix. So the way it's going to work this year is you can buy raffle tickets at any time. Up until an hour prior to showtime, we'll be pulling all those names and drawing our winners. And we'll be choosing winners and announcing them at intermission. So you can buy raffle tickets all weekend long. You can buy raffle tickets now all the way up until May 23rd. And you'll be entered into all of the different drawings all weekend long. So there'll be a couple winners at every show throughout the weekend, and there are 6 different shows throughout the weekend. The difference is that on Sunday, we have a grand prize. Now that's going into our long form program because we're so excited about that long form program. So we've decided to host a closing party after that show. Stick around, definitely get tickets to long form because that's just a very different, very special program this year. And then immediately following
Did someone say party?
Yeah, exactly. Closing party immediately following the films. And we're going to be announcing the winner of the grand prize at that time. Oh, we've got great things in the raffle. Some examples are Burley Designs has donated their Nomad trailer. Oh my gosh, I love this trailer. I have one. It tracks really nicely. It's super narrow, but also holds a lot of stuff. It has a cover that fits over it. My doggy loves to, well, my dog does not love to ride in it, but sometimes he can't keep running, so he has to go in it, and he's okay with that. So the Nomad trailer is amazing. You can fit a lot of great stuff in it. Again, it tracks super nicely. It's one of the, I've ridden a lot of trailers over the years. The Nomad is awesome. Other things that are in this year's raffle, you can see all of this on our website with our ticket launch. We've got all this info up there. But also our good friends over at Clever Hood are donating a Clever Hood poncho. We love Clever Hood. They're huge supporters of Film by Bike. Also, Outer Shell, who's a huge supporter of our BIPOC Filmmaker Grant Fund, they're donating a $150 gift card. So it doesn't matter what your color interest is or your taste or your style. You can go to their website and get outfitted with great stuff for your bike for all your adventures. They've got a lot of great bags and other features as well. But it's not all bike stuff. So Jacobson Salt has donated one of their starter packs, which is it's more than $100 worth of salt, amazing, beautiful sea salt harvested here in Oregon. And also, the Film by Bike raffle would not be complete without a flask and a flask holster that attaches to your bicycle from Ahern Cycles, the custom bike builder. Joseph Ahern, thank you so much. He's been a supporter of Film by Bike since, I don't know, I think since we first started our raffle. So really great prizes that you can get access to when you buy raffle tickets. I recommend doing that. On our website, all of our tickets are available for all shows and show times, as well as for the raffle. So just to make it even easier, I know for some of you, you've been in the theater with us. And it's like raffle time is coming up and the lights are kind of dim and maybe you can't see those numbers very well, or you decided it was time to go run and grab some popcorn or something else. But the raffle's coming up, so you hand your tickets to your friend and you hope that like if you get the winning number, they won't pretend like it was their raffle ticket. Anyway, this year, you don't have to worry about any of that. We're just picking numbers based on your name when you enter to win. So we'll enter your name for every raffle ticket that you purchase, and you don't have to worry about cumbersome little paper tickets or anything like that. So the raffle's gotten easier than ever this year, more streamlined and easy with amazing prizes. You can go to filmbybike.org and see a list of those prizes, and there are more prizes coming. So it's going to be awesome. And this raffle this year, all the proceeds from the raffle have always gone to support some great causes. But this year, our raffle is going exclusively to support our BIPOC Filmmaker Grant Program. This is a grant fund that awards Black, Indigenous, and all people of color who are emerging filmmakers. We launched this program last year. We awarded 3 filmmakers earlier this year, and those filmmakers are hard at work on their films. We're really excited to be bringing those filmmakers on for a special conversation during the festival season. So you'll see that information on our website when you buy tickets, but closer to the festival, we'll be bringing those filmmakers on to talk a little bit more about how their films are going and what it's been like for them to be involved in the grant program, what their film concepts are, and what production has been like for them. I love hearing about production and kind of that behind the scenes stuff. So just know that every time you buy a raffle ticket, that is going directly to support bringing more diversity, equity, inclusion to the screen at Film by Bike so that we can support more of these films. Each filmmaker in the Film by Bike grant program from our last round of funding was awarded a $1,500 grant for their film, and the next round of funding is going out this June. So depending on how much we're able to get from our raffle, that will determine how many grants we're able to give out for the next round of funding. And last year we had about 100 applicants and we were only able to choose 3. So the demand is out there and we know the need is out there. I'd love to hear from you, Melina, a little bit about that. You know, we bring what we can to the screen, but we're at the mercy of what the films are that are out there. So I'd love to hear from you a little bit more about why you think our BIPOC Filmmaker Grant Program is so important.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think just getting that like 100 submissions, I mean, their applications just says a lot on its own, right? It's like people, I mean, you know, people have ideas and want to make things, but they, you know, might not have the resources, might not have the time, might just not have access to, you know, gear. So this is why this grant is so important, is because it kind of gives them the time that they need to work on their projects. And you know, we kind of have a hands-off approach to it, where it's like, you know, you can use the grant money for anything, like, you know, for craft services, for your cast and crew, to just, you know, have time to support yourself while you work on a script and, like, you know, actually go out and shoot your film. So I think it's just great. I'm so excited to see what the 3 finalists projects look like in the end, and I'm super stoked to see like where they're at in their process as well, and their check-in.
Yeah, I can't wait as well. It's going to be so neat to get a chance to talk with them and hear more about everything that's going on for them throughout this process. We are just about to move into a performance from DJ Prashant tonight, but before we close out this segment of the program, I'm curious to hear from you, Megan, and from you, Brad, a little bit more about what some of your favorite moments are from Film by Bike over the years. We are celebrating our 19th anniversary this year, and as Melina and I have talked a lot about, the films are different this year. The structure is different this year. The raffle is different. We've got some really cool features. We're bringing on filmmakers from all over the world to join us live on stage, on the virtual stage. And this has really just been an opportunity to try some new things at the festival. This collection of films is really going to wow and amaze people. But Film by Bike has evolved over the years. We've been around for 19 years. So Megan, tell us a little bit about what you feel are some of your favorite moments from over the years.
That I can remember. Oh, Aileen, it'll come as no surprise to you that I am a diehard fan of the Hecklers. And, you know, I really very much loved, appreciated, fed off of the individuals who provided commentary during the films. I felt like that was so much learning about our community and just kind of like what we were all into, and feeling that like release is like cathartic to, you know, hear another individual groan at something like, oh yeah, that is terrible or ridiculous, or is it another film about blah or whatever. And I have to say that, you know, there was a lull, there was a bit of a dip over the years, and people got quiet, and rabble rousing from one individual wasn't working. But I've noticed in these last 2 years now that no, Brad's on screen. I was like, whoa, what should I say about Brad? No, I've noticed that the chat function is bringing that back. Yeah. Slightly less disruptive, not as rude, and really really spectacular opportunity to get to know who's out there. And it's almost better. Like, we always could hear Dumpster Dave in the background. We knew that voice, but we didn't know that, you know, John Wood was in the house, and what he had to say, and what Peter Kuntz, you know, wanted the world to know that he loved so much about the raffle, etc. And to put the names down there with the comments, I think is a really that's next level. And so I'm talking about the future now, Aileen, not the past. Stop looking at the past. We're turning 20 next year.
Oh, I know. Big plans in the works for our 20th anniversary, that's for sure. I always said we wouldn't end before 20. And I'm not saying we're ending, oh my gosh, but 20 is going to be a great year. So, Brad, how about for you? What have been some of your favorite Film by Bike moments over the years?
You know, I know you asked me to prepare for this question, and I still feel like I have too many answers. I second Megan's sentiment that there was a lull in the rowdiness of the crowd, not necessarily in heckling, but also just in just general enthusiasm. But when it did flare up, it was inspiring, and there was always a film or two that surprised everybody and would be talked about a lot and would generate a lot of fun conversations. And I think the other thing that I think about in my memory banks of great Film by Bike things is kind of, the craziness of getting the festival to happen at times, whether it was maybe putting a giant helmet on the side of a building or overcoming some, before everything was on a hard drive, like some DVD that was suddenly temperamental and now working again, or, bringing, people just wanting to, hang out at the festival, even though it might have been the most beautiful spring day on Friday, and then it's Portland rainy on Saturday, but everybody is still out enjoying the festival. Those are the things that become top of mind after seeing this for 12 years.
That's so awesome. Thank you, Brad, for that. Now, I just want to remind everyone that down below in the show notes, you will see you'll see the discount code for tonight's event. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Mary Nichols says one of her favorite moments of Film by Bike over the years is getting to hang out on the rooftop at the Clinton Street Theater, home to the longest running production of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Film by Bike's home for many years as we got started. So lots of fond memories there. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Melina and Megan Sinnott and Brad, for joining us tonight to talk a little bit about Film by Bike over the years. The night is not over. We still have a really great event still going on. We want to thank DJ Prashant for joining us tonight. We're about to get things going with DJ Prashant. He joined us many years ago on the Film by Bike live stage at the Film by Bike Street Party, a relic that no longer exists. And it was so fun to see as the night sky got dark and nighttime unfolded and people got into that Friday night vibe, and DJ Prashant took to the stage to teach us all some dance moves and lead us in a dance. So I don't care if you like dancing or you're nervous about dancing, but God knows quarantine has been hard on all of us, and we could all use some levity and the opportunity to move our bodies. So without further ado, I'm going to turn things over to DJ Prashant, who's tapping in from Mumbai to lead us in the rest of tonight's event. Thank you, Prashant, for being here tonight. It looks like we might be having some technical difficulties with Prashant, so I'm going to put him on hold for just a minute. We were working through some issues earlier with him as well, so let me just send him a quick note and let him know. Prashant, the audio is not coming through quite right for you, so just 1 second while we get that figured out. We want to remind you all, too, that if you're interested in buying tickets for Film by Bike, you can do that through our website. We just launched those ticket sales today, and everything is available at filmbybike.org. Festival Pass is the great way to go because that's your opportunity to get access to all events and showtimes. But also, if you're just interested in individual tickets, we've got those available as well. So Film by Bike tickets are available for each of the 6 showtimes, and that's going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Each showtime is different. So lots of great opportunity there. And for those of you who are regulars, you know that you kind of can't go wrong with any of the different programs. So we've got DJ Prashant hanging out in the wings. We're going to work on getting his audio going, and hopefully things work out here. I've got you available, Prashant, so if you want to test things out, you can. Just feel free to start talking, and I'll give you a thumbs up when things are looking good on your end. Prashant is joining us live from Mumbai, typically here in Portland. That's where he's been in the past. And there's a lot going on for Prashant in Mumbai right now, in addition to being under the weather today. So we really appreciate you joining us. And take your time, man. We can't wait. It's Thursday night. It's no big deal. And we're really excited to be able for this opportunity to get off the couch and move our bodies to a Bhangra dance and party. And Prashant will be leading us all in a routine to learn some of the dance moves, and then we'll all dance that together. We just thought this would be a great opportunity to get everybody moving, get off the couch, and get some great enthusiasm going to launch this year's festival.
So we can't hear Prashant yet, but I'm just gonna say, this is Megan. Prashant, your shirt is phenomenal. I'm sorry, I'm coming off of here. I'll leave.
No, it's good. Prashant, feel free to check, do sound check it. You might be better now. It's looking
I'm gonna
good.
do some things now. The funny thing is we did this just a few hours back, right?
Yeah, no, it's looking good right now. So I say, yeah.
And you can hear? You can hear me?
Hear you, yeah. I mean,
And you can
live
hear
from
this
Mumbai.
music?
No.
How about this music?
Now we can. Absolutely. It looks good, Prashant.
All right, everybody, come on. Let me see your hands up in the air, everybody. Let me see your hands up in the air. Let me turn up the sound a little bit. Everybody, let me see your hands up. Hands up. Everybody, give me your left hand, left hand, left hand. Left hand and left foot high five. Bring it in. Bring it out. Here we go. Left hand, left foot. Give me a high five and back. Give me a high five and back. Come on, everybody. Other side, other side. Right hand, right foot. Forward and back. Nice job, everybody. Heel butt, heel butt. And down. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. And cross step. Cross step. Come on, everybody. Beautiful. Everybody, everywhere. Give me a lo-fi now. Lo-fi, clap. Lo-fi, clap. Come on, everybody. Beautiful. Nice job, Brad. Megan, killing it. Everybody. Take your hands to the left. Shoulders up. 2, 3, 4. Other side. 2, 3, 4. And up. 2, 3, 4. And cross step. Windshield wipers and cross step. Lo-fi. Nice job. We're gonna do Bhangra meets the Wild Wild West next. Bhangra meets the Wild Wild West. Let me see your hands like you're riding a horse. And shake your shoulders. Once again, Bhangra meets the Wild Wild West. To the right. Right, 2, 3. Left, 2, 3. One more time. Right. Get your hands together. 3 and 2. Cross step. Remember this one? Beautiful. And this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me a no. No, no. Pull stuff down. Pull it down. Other side and no. Pull it down. Ride your horse. Yeah. You can ride the horse wherever in the world you're tuning in from. Nice job, everybody. Now, down, 2. Kick with your right foot. Kick, 2. Down with your left foot. Ride your horse again. And one more time. Nice job, Megan. One more time. Bring your hands up.
Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Hit it. Hit it with both your hands. And down. 2, 3. From the top, we're gonna ride our horse together. Come on, everybody. Let's go, Brad. Oi. Take your hands to the right, and to the left, and to the right. Down. 2. Hands up. Nice job, everybody. We still got a couple more songs. We're gonna do this all together now. Let me see your hands like this, like this. Let's go all together. Big shout out to the Jai Ho Dance Troupe members. Brittany, Kathy, Allison, everybody tuned in. Jasmine, everybody. It's a little performance, but dance along with me, everybody. Everybody, and down, 2, up, 2, cross, step, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your left hand, left foot. Cross step and cross. 2, 3. Beautiful. Give me that lo-fi. 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 Lo-fi and a big high five. We're gonna do this next 1 minute freestyle. Let me see you go crazy. Freestyle. Yeah. Let me see you. Shake your shoulder, shake your bum. Shoulders. Shoulders. Yeah. Beautiful. Let me see your hips. Yeah, Megan, get it. Hit it and turn in your place. Turn in your place. Turn in your place. Turn, beautiful. Give me some energy. Nice job, everybody. This next song is the last song. I want everybody to join along with me. This is DJ Prashant signing off. You can find me on Instagram, Dream Prashant. Film by Bike, Eileen, thank you for having me. Let's go crazy, everybody. Let me see your hands up, hands up. Hands up, hands up. Give me that energy, come on. Point, point, 2, 1, 2. Point, point, 1, 2. Point, point, 1, 2. Point, point. Dab it. Pelvic thrust. Dab it. Pelvic thrust. Shake it. Left foot forward, left foot back. Two more times. Killing it. Last time, left foot forward, left foot back. Let me see you walk to the right. Clap. Clap. Hands from down, all the way up. Clap. Take your hands together. 1, 2. Indian head shake, big smile, can't lose. Indian head shake, big smile, can't lose. Yeah. Kick it. 2, 3, 4. Dab it. Point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Point. 1, 2, 3, 4, and point. And 1, 3, 4. Point. Dab it. Pelvic thrust. Dab it. Pelvic thrust. Hands up in the air. Come on, everybody. Here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah. Beautiful, everybody. Namaste. Thank you so much for dancing with me Friday morning in India. Eileen, Megan, Brad, Melinda, everybody, thank you so much for having me. Leave a comment. Let me know how it was for all of you. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to hang up, but
Awesome. Thanks so much, DJ Prashant. It was amazing to have you here tonight. We loved having you to close out tonight's event. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you all for dancing with us tonight. The world has been weird lately, and we're just here to bring a little bit of normalcy to it all. Come right back to your Film by Bike home. Tickets are now on sale at filmbybike.org. Please spread the word. The festival is coming up May 20th through the 23rd with some pre-festival events as well. So thank you all for joining us tonight, and we will see you live on YouTube between now and the festival. Have a great night.